Hi and welcome to Knooking 101, the series all about nooking here at the Totally First Crochet channel. And today's video is all about how to cast on your nooking projects using the I-cord method. And I will, of course, also show it in the flat and in the round. So if you're new to my channel or you have just watched a few of my videos, you probably know by now that I absolutely love starting my crochet projects with the I-cord method. The reason is mainly because I think the chain is a bit fiddly and it doesn't give like lots of options, especially when you would do something that has a bit more structure. So I always go now with the I-cord method, but of course feel free to start your project with a chain as you are used to and how you feel comfortable with, but feel free to try the I-cord method to see if that works better or easier for you. It's completely up to you. So for the I-cord, what's important to know is that you would need a longer tail on the side. Usually the tail that you should leave aside should be at least 3 times the length of your project. So let's say you want to make a blanket of 20 inches, for example, then the side yarn has to be at least 60 inches long so that the I-cord method would work, because we are continuously wrapping around the yarn from our side yarn and the yarn that goes to our yarn ball. So for this tutorial, I'm just going to take a little bit of side yarn, and I start as always with a slip knot. You take the yarn from the side and wrap it around your hook from the front, and then you take the yarn that goes to your yarn ball and wrap it around from the back, and then just take this last loop through the 2 loops on your hook, and just like that you made your first I-cord. And like this we continue, so from the side yarn from the front, from the yarn that goes to your yarn ball from the back, and then just pull the loop through, and you do this for as long as your project will be. And if you have made a few of them, you will see that you can easily go into autopilot and you will make those stitches or the I-cord in no time. It's very similar also to foundation stitches. Of course, you can use foundation stitches as well, but just be sure that foundation stitches already have a different look than the stitches that we are going to do with nooking. So if you want to mix that and you're fine with that, go ahead. If not, either choose the I-cord method or the chain method. So now I have my I-cord ready. As you can see, in the end you get more like a rectangular piece, and a rectangular cord basically. And the cool thing about it is that you actually have 4 loops to work in. So you could also start on one side and then attach another piece to the bottom. You will always have beautiful even stitches and no fiddly searching for anything. And the other great thing is that you already are in your first stitch right here. So the first loop to cast on is already on your hook. And with that being said, you can go directly into the next stitch and pull the yarn through and continue like this until you have all the stitches that you need for your project. So as you can see, it goes very, very fast. You don't have to search for any back bumps. You don't have to search for any back loops or front loops. You just go through the top 2 loops and you're basically done. The only stitch that is always a bit tricky is the last one, but in most cases that works as well. And just like that, you have the perfect super fast cast on for the I-cord method. So this is how it works in the flat. Now let's just take this all out. And I'm going to make just a few more I-cord stitches until my yarn is over. So I can show you how to make it in the round. So now I show you how to make the cast on with an I-cord in the round, and this works pretty easy and similar to working with the chain. And in addition, with the structure of the I-cord, you see better where the top part is, and the piece is less likely to turn, because we definitely don't want to have like a turning. So the way how to start is to bring both ends together and then go into the first stitch, yarn over, and just slip stitch to connect the two parts together. And again, this loop right here on your hook is your very first cast on loop, and from there you can just continue all along until you have all the stitches on your hook. And if you feel like it's getting a bit tight to cast on the loops, again, take the hook with your helper yarn. This is now also the moment where you should definitely have a helper yarn attached to your hook, otherwise it won't work. And just pull your work on the helper yarn and then go back to the next stitch right here and continue casting on those stitches. And when you're at the end, usually the very last stitch also has like your yarn end from the beginning, so you can always relate to that to know where the end of your I-cord is. Then just pull the yarn through, make sure that all of the stitches are in the same direction, and then just continue working in the round like normal by, for example, making knit stitches all around. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more about Knooking, make sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my Knooking 101 playlist, where you will find all the episodes of this series. And until then, happy Knooking!